Stop.
Tim Estes literally does everything at Fiesta Floats. He even jumped up on the forklift to ensure the engine had a safe ride into the float construction zone.
See, Ernie, I'm good for something.
The new Ford engine needed to be mounted on a special chassis that could withstand the weight of a tank filled with 52,000 pounds of water.
This powertrain is perfectly suited to tow the nearly 100,000 pounds of combined weight of the water, the float, and the tractor. It's exactly what Ford had in mind when they were designing this. Ford's pleased to be able to help with this particular float project. You know, the opportunity to be able to pull the longest, heaviest float in the world is a challenge for the Ford engine, but it's up to it.
Once the engine was in the building at Fiesta Floats, Tim Estes explained to Deborah Hoteling, Ford's Western Regional leader, just what this amazing power plant was about to accomplish.
With Ford's involvement, I've decided to pick a 1949 Ford Woody Sportsman convertible that we're going to make. A little at a slight diminished size, but anyway, to fit up on the float. And also another aspect, if a float's higher than 16 feet 6 inches, it has to fold down to get underneath the freeway bridge. So all these parts have to fold down as part of our job here.
With the Ford technicians working on the engine, the next step was to bring in our American wave machine expert, Bruce McFarland.
The basic operating principle of a standing wave surf machine in a compact space is that we recirculate the water. Now, in doing that, we're running a stream of water at a certain width and a certain depth and a certain speed over some shapes in the bottom and also over some drains and some profiles.
Each part of the construction of the wave machine was a step into uncharted waters, as none of this has ever been dreamed of, let alone attempted before.
We're standing in front of the machine room of the Natural Balance Parade Float. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour of what this equipment looks like. This is the air compressor here. So what this is doing is getting us the air that we need to operate these valves that you see up above. The blower, this great big thing here, is pressurizing air that's going to be pushing the waves out in front of the float. So that air travels through this duct, and as the valves move, the wave gets generated and is going to be flying down the beach with a dog surfing on it. This is the control panel, so this is kind of like the brain. Whatever we put in here is going to determine how the waves are running, how many waves are coming out, how much time between each wave. And this is going to be connected to the push button, which will be at the wave entry point, and that's going to be run by whoever is starting and stopping the waves.
Every year, the team, led by floral designers Jim and Claudia, they come up with ways to make our vision come to life in flowers.
Dad, you have always made my visions come to life with your flowery speech.
Thank you, son.
This year's challenge, among the water that is going on it, we're dealing with more walls, so we have more footage along the sides. We've got angelfish here, and we've got clownfish here. It starts with scale drawings of the fish that we're doing, and then it's done in the rodwork skeleton, and then skinned with window screen, and cocooned, and then laid out and painted.
Coming up next, auditioning dogs get a chance to show their stuff on the float, and then it's off to visit with NASCAR champion Greg Biffle.
Hi. Pleasure to meet you. We're going to head on into the interview.
Mark, how do you feel sitting up there right now?
A little bit shocked.
Mark, what do you think Ford is doing right?
Well, the technology of the EcoBoost is what they've done absolutely right.
Did you have to trade in power for fuel economy?
Absolutely not. For the fuel economy and the power I got, it's an amazing amount of power.
Mark.
Finally, there's a new way to feed your best friends. It's the new Natural Balance Rolls. Our rolls are made with natural, wholesome ingredients and contain real lamb, beef, or turkey. They can be used as a complete and balanced meal, mixed with dry, or as a very healthy treat. One 4-pound roll has the nutritional value of 10 cans of dog food. We guarantee your dog will love them. Natural Balance Rolls are available at independent pet stores and Petco, where the pets go.
Once the wave machine was operational, it was time to start looking for new dogs to join our team at an open casting call for surfing dogs.
You know, Jimmy, it's a tough job trying to pick a winner out of all these talented pooches.
Oh, I know it, Dad. It wasn't easy. But there were some naturals, and we just had to find a way to get them on this year's float.
We'll do it.
We heard about the surf dog contest, and I thought, you know, he loves water, so let's give it a try. We took him down, and I wasn't sure how he was going to do in the waves, but he did awesome. I was a proud mom watching him surf in. It was so cool.
If you dropped the leash, she went right for the surf.
He's just really joyful about this. He is one happy guy.
He's an accidental actor, that's for sure, yeah.
We've surfed just about every wave on every break up and down the California coast, and we've never surfed in a pool before, so this will be a first for her.
In honor of this amazing float, Togo's created the world's longest and heaviest sandwich. Quite a marvel, all on its own. Jimmy and the crew had the expertise they needed to make that sandwich a short-lived record breaker. The competition was fierce, leaving our judges with a difficult task. Head judge Jimmy was joined by trainer Lexi, director of special projects Betsy, and Norman's mom, trainer Karen. Natural Balance's head dog trainer Ron showed his caring compassion for the auditioning dogs, meeting them for the first time and preparing them for a new adventure on a wave machine. Universal Studios Hollywood invited us to announce the winners in front of a very appropriate location, the wave pool at the Billabong store. Joey Herrick, the president of Natural Balance, introduced head judge Jimmy Van Patten to present the audition winners to America.
We found the two best dogs for us. We want to introduce them to you now. So let me turn it over to Jimmy Van Patten, who was head judge that day, and he'll introduce you to the dogs that we found.
Thank you, Joey. Hi, everyone. It's so exciting. We saw so many wonderful dogs, but a couple of them really stood out. And one of them is Stanley, and our other fabulous dog, an amazing surfing dog, is Newman.
Stanley and Newman are now prepared to join the Natural Balance team of dogs in the Rose Parade. Our partner in surfing, Billabong, supplied the wetsuits for our Natural Balance team, and INT designed and fabricated one-of-a-kind custom surfboards that will allow our dogs to surf a wave on a float.
Last year, Tommy Lasorda helped inspire our dogs to greatness. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are going to be there, and you're going to do the job. You're going to make people happy. Lyle, as fat as you are, you're a disgrace to bulldogs. All the bulldogs in this country's going to be watching you. And there's old Fatty wobbling around. Do some exercise, do some running. Luigi knows what to do. Luigi don't give you any problem. He's an Italian dog. Luigi.
So who are we going to get to inspire the dogs this year?
Well, since Ford provided the engine, we were lucky enough to get the famous NASCAR driver Greg Biffle.
We got Greg Biffle?
We got him.
That's great.
Greg Biffle came to Roush Racing from the short tracks of the Northwest and quickly made a name for himself when he took the 1998 Rookie of the Year award in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Since then, Greg has won in Loudon and Dover, and in 2011 implemented Ford's new FR9 engine.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Ron. Welcome to Roush Fenway Racing.
Thanks for having us.
What do you got here?
This is Tillman's board. It's just not fast enough.
All right. Well, I heard you're coming. We've been working on something in the shop. Let's go check it out.
Let's see what you got.
All right. All right, Ron, so I hear Tillman's trying to set a land speed record.
That's correct.
All right, so check out what we got going out here. We've been working on this board. Check this thing out.
Wow.
So, you know, we got some Goodyear tires here. The guy's been working on these spindles. Got some cool trick bearings in them. You know, shocks and springs, whatever it's going to take to get him to set this land speed record.
Oh, thanks so much, Greg. This is unreal.
I know, he's going to be jacked up.
Pumped on this.
Yes. All right, man, we got this thing all put together. We're ready to go. We're ready to go test. That's what we do when we get ready. We go test, so we're ready to go test it.
Let's do it.
I think Tillman's ready?
Pilot's ready.
Greg and his pit crew took Tillman from the Roush Speed Shop over to the real place, the actual Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Here we go.
Tillman was prepared to set a new Bulldog skateboard record. A new record, 8.319 seconds.
All right, Tillman, this is the world's heaviest, longest float. Millions of people are going to be watching us. I'm going to be there with you. You're going to be surfing the whole time. You ready? All right, buddy, let's go. Let's do it.
After being inspired by the whole NASCAR experience, Tillman invited Greg Biffle to come and join us on the float. Stay tuned for one more really big surprise from the minds of the Natural Balance team.
Hi, this is Bob Costas on behalf of BAT, the Baseball Assistance Team. Please join us for the 2012 Going to Bat for BAT fundraising dinner at the New York Marriott Marquis in Times Square. It'll be held on January 24th, and this year they'll celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Mets. Help support members of the baseball family in need while you mingle with more than 125 former major leaguers. For more information, visit baseballassistanceteam.com, or you can call 212-931-7821.
Hi, Ivan. I'm Kristen. Welcome. We're going to head on into the interview. All right, go ahead right in the front.
What's your favorite piece of technology in the car besides the engine?
It would have to be the sync. I use it every day, all the time.
What do you think Ford is doing right?
Striking a balance. You need to have the balance of fuel efficiency with today's economy, and you absolutely need that horsepower.
Do you think your car looks good in here?
I think it looks good, but I think it would look better if I was in it.
Police work is tough and demanding for us and our canines. Our dogs are our partners, our best friends. They help protect us and the community. That's why we insist on only the best for them. We feed all of our police canines natural, balanced Synergy dog food. They love it, they look great, they're extremely healthy, and when it's time to go to work, they're ready.
Try my Synergy dog food. It works for police canines, and it'll work for your dog, too.
Our crew has been running a time-lapse camera on this amazing project for the last 6 months. And what you are seeing are the results of the Fiesta Floats construction and design crew accomplishing the impossible. No one has ever built a moving wave machine before.
The Rose Parade has been a great showcase for Tillman and his friends. But why wait a whole year to see them again? We've got a great new adventure for them and you.
Who let the dogs out?
Time to load them up and drive across town to a place someone will love, Times Square. Our crew is getting ready, and the crowd is gathered. They say that Times Square is the crossroads of the world, and today, all roads lead to Tillman. We're getting ready to tear up this concrete in Times Square.
He's the fastest skateboarding bulldog.
Let's go do this. Ready? Kill it, kill it.
I like the way he wiggles when he goes down and tries to get his balance.
Doesn't get bigger than this, Tillman. Times Square. We're on the big screen.
Now stay tuned to see if we make it all the way down Colorado Boulevard.
This is David Jeremiah on behalf of Natural Balance Pet Foods and the world's longest and heaviest float.
Dad, I believe. Onward to longer, heavier, and surfing dogs.
Now wait a minute. Didn't you want to be a surfer way back when? You got all those old surfboards in the garage? Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They're in there. I still surf. Why?
Mom wants you to get rid of them.
Oh. Well, she also wants you to get rid of all those racing forms you got in there.